Coach Scooter here, going to teach you guys how to ride a unicycle. Let's go. From my surveys I handed out, I learned that only one of you have ever tried to ride a unicycle, and that 75% of you would like to learn how to ride a unicycle. To get started riding a unicycle, first of all you need a unicycle. A great place to get a unicycle is unicycle.com. They have a unicycle for any body and any type of riding. Unicycles originated in the 1800s. No one's for sure when exactly in the 1800s, but at least sometime in the 1800s. Parts of a unicycle. A unicycle has a seat, a frame, a wheel, pedals, and a crankshaft. When you get your unicycle, you want to make sure the height of the seat is at your belly button, and it's for your type of riding. Next thing you need to be able to ride a unicycle is gear. Helmet, great, especially for beginners. You should always wear a helmet. It really protects your head. Next, shin guards, lifesavers. If you ever get hit in the shin with a unicycle pedal, hurts like no other. Next, gloves. They help when you take a hard fall on hard concrete or gravel or on the trails anywhere. Next, and the most important thing to be able to ride a unicycle is you need determination. If you don't have determination, you're never going to be able to ride a unicycle. Anyone can ride a unicycle. People say it's so hard to ride a unicycle when they haven't even tried. If you have determination, anyone can do it. 15 to 20 hours, and you will be able to ride a unicycle. You might not be able to go around, do flips, tricks, and all that, but I promise you will be able to ride a unicycle. Next is you need practice. It's just like determination. If you don't have practice, you're never going to be able to ride a unicycle. So just keep practicing, and 15 to 20 hours is crucial in being able to ride a unicycle. Now that you know what you need to be able to ride a unicycle, let's get to the part of actually being able to ride the unicycle. First, you just need to be able to get on the seat. Getting on the seat is very important to being able to ride a unicycle. It's a huge step. When trying to get up on a unicycle, I start out with the pedals perpendicular with the ground, and preferably your less dominant foot, the one closest to the ground. So you put the seat between your crotch, you put your less dominant foot on the bottom pedal, you hold on to a wall, fence, pole, anything. It'll help. I prefer a pole, a fence. I prefer that better than a wall. And what you do is you just hold on to the pole and just get on the unicycle. Once you can do that and you sit like this, you're in pretty good shape. And once you can rock back and forth, once you're comfortable with that, we can move on to the next step. Once you get comfortable doing that, rocking back and forth and everything, you're ready to move on to the next step. Next step is, now is a good time to use the wall. What I do, or when I learned how to ride a unicycle, and I got comfortable rocking back and forth and sitting on the unicycle, I got up beside a wall, used my hands, and just pedal along the wall. You'll fall many times, forwards, backwards, everything. Now that you're comfortable with pedaling along the wall, we need to push off the wall. Like, pushing along, push. When pushing away from the wall, make sure you use your arms to balance, both of them. When I first started, I looked like a plane crash, with my arms flying all over. So make sure when you push away from the wall, make sure to use your arms for balance. Now that you can ride the unicycle a little ways, I think you want to be able to turn. To turn, you're riding your unicycle. If you want to turn sharp, you just turn your hips and your arms really fast, your whole body really fast. If you want to turn a slow, gradual turn, you just slightly lean to that side and turn. So a sharp turning will look like this. Now that you can actually kind of ride the unicycle, you want to be able to mount. Mounting is being able to get on the unicycle without holding on to anything. To start out, it's okay to hold on to something, or pole, fence, wall, whatever. You want your pedals, when mounting, to be parallel with the ground. You want your less dominant foot and that pedal closest to you, and your dominant foot pedal farther from you. And when you're mounting, you want to put your less dominant foot on the pedal closest to you, and you want to push back, and put your dominant foot on the pedal that comes up, and then just pedal away. So it should look like this. Now that you can mount on a unicycle, now you need to build a dismount, which I think by now, with all the crashes and falls you've had, I think dismounting will come very easy to you. When you want to dismount off the front of the unicycle, you're pedaling, step off. It's the same thing with like dismounting off the back of the unicycle. You're pedaling, just step off. It's that easy. Now that you've learned the 7 steps to be able to ride a unicycle, you might ask, why ride? Why ride? People stare at you, they ask you questions. I've been riding in town before, and a little boy looks to his mom and says, "Mom, look, there's a guy on a unicycle." I personally think that's cool. Also, there's all sorts of riding. You might think, I don't like to ride in the woods. I don't like being outdoors. I don't like jumping and everything. You don't have to. There's tons of different kind of riding styles. There's mountain unicycle, which I prefer. There's street unicycling, when you see all them people do little flips and spins and everything. There's trials, where you jump through obstacle courses. There's street, which is like basically what you see people doing on skateboards, and they go to skate parks and everything. There's just all sorts of kinds, and I guarantee there is one for you. Overall, it's fun, I promise. Once you can ride, it's a blast. You just have to get to that point where you're determined to ride, and you can ride. And I promise it will be fun, and an experience that you'll never forget. That's all from Coach Scooter. Now go. Go get a unicycle and get started. Here, go.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear. Be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse. This dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots. His stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire. And Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist porcupine. He's a the type women wanna be with, and rappers hope he gets